وين رايحين؟
رايحين على حقل القمح.
رايحين على مزرعة غير شكل فيها خضرة ستيت اوف ذا ارت. عم نسوق ساعة على منطقة الشارجة و very excited. انت كمان؟
بس خضرة فيها؟ يعني فيها ما فيها شجر كذا ولا شيء؟
كل تبولة.
يلا روح نشيروا على البلكون وزقف لك حتى تغني.
My name is Bhaskar. I'm the Chief Agronomy Officer at Veggitech NASCO. So what we do is basically we build and operate farms. My background is I'm a postgraduate in agriculture from India. I've got 23 years of experience in the Gulf, 4 years in India, so total of 26 years of experience in growing only. And I have been growing this in the Gulf from 2000 onwards in greenhouses, vegetables, fruits, cut flowers, and you name it. Indoors, outdoors, it could be also in organic, net houses, everywhere. The journey starts from there. The seeds are first sown into the tray, grow tray. The tray contains potting soil or organic manure, which is the starting for the seed. Then the seed germinates here, then it grows big, and then by the time it grows big, at this stage, various crops, whatever crops, then we transplant it into the greenhouses, open field, wherever we need to transplant. Is lettuce crop. This is for Indo-Vertical Farm. We sow them in rock wool media. This is called rock wool, and each individual plant could be plucked. This is called a grow plug. This grow plug will form roots, and then you put it into your Indo-Vertical Farm, which has NFT trays, waterways or DWC. You plug into that. The plant grows around 30 days. After around 10 days in the nursery, and then after 30 days the plant is ready. So this is especially for Indo-Vertical Farm. This is for the greenhouse. Okay. These are cucumber plants. What we do is we just press them like this and pull the plant up. So you have the whole plant here like this with the roots, and it is transplanted into the main bed inside the greenhouse. This is also grown hydroponically in the greenhouse. This is Bhut Jolokia, which is called the king chili. It is very hot. It has got around 2.5 million Scoville units, heat units. So we are trying this here and it has grown successfully.
نحن وين؟ نحن بالصحراء. نعم نحن بالصحراء. اساسا برا الحراره تقريبا شي 55. بتعرفوا شو يعني 55؟ يعني المي بتحطوا ايدكم تحتها بتغلي بتحرق الايدين. من 55 بتفوتوا على اوضه اوتوماتيكلي بتنزل تقريبا لل 30 29 بتصير كثير محموله. واللي رح تشوفوه اليوم هو شيء برات الطبيعه اذا فينا نقول. عم نزرع كل انواع الخضره الفواكه وكل شيء فيكم تتخيلوه بس صحراء عن جديد. نعم يلا رح نبلش برمتنا عند فيجيتك اللي كتير بشكرهم لانه قبلوا انه يستقبلونا عندهم تنشوف كيف العالم عم بيتطور وكيف الصحراء والبلاد العربيه او المنطقه يلي هي صعبه وحاره كتير عم تقدر تزرع خضرتها.
In the planting trays, and then once it is germinated and ready for transplant, we shift it into the main bed.
هذا اللي شايفينه هون هو خيم الهواء. اذا عم بتشوفوا عم بتقطع الهواء شوي، هو هواء تبع المراوح كتير قويه، حراره نار بتحرق، الرطوبه سوبر عاليه. عم بتشوفوا التليفون دغري يبلش يخبش اول ما تطلعوا، واذ كل شيء عم بينزرع. انا ما بعد ما عم بصدق وبعدنا باول الطريق، مشوار كتير طويل من اوضه لاوضه.
Research and Development R&D lab, where we have trials of everything. We fail, we learn, and we progress. The lab temperature is maintained at maximum 22 degrees. It is a lab, it's like a proof of concept. So we have an Indo-Vertical Farm prototype, small one here, and also we have the ones which is growing on the sites in passive hydroponics. Means we have a grow media, and what is grown in the NFT, it is active hydroponics, which is grown in water, directly in the water. We have got two types of cultivation. One is organic and one is hydroponic. Organic is the one which we are growing directly in the soil. We are not using any sort of pesticides or fertilizers and chemical fertilizers. Hydroponic, we have got two types again. One is active hydroponics, which uses water as a grow media, nutrient-rich water. And the other one is passive hydroponics, which uses a media, which is not soil. So it is called soilless agriculture. This is the control. It could be controlled automated onto your dashboard or even manually. This could be controlled the light intensity from 400 to 600 nanometers. It could fluctuate depending upon the requirement of the crop and the stage of the growth of the crop. For example, now see, we have a light there on the top which is dark red in color. If I would like to increase,
So you imitate nature.
yeah, imitate nature depending upon the requirement of the crop. Especially if it is a flowering crop, we need more of the light, more of the red light. So we give more of the red light. If it is not required, then we give less of the red. This is the main system for the whole farm. This is the heart of the whole Indo-Vertical Farm. This is a pH and EC controller, whereby we have A, B and C tanks, which contains concentrated nutrient solution. So we fix it up depending upon the crop. How much is the recipe, what is the status of the crop. So we fix it up. So this microprocessor based nutrition system doses itself, goes back into the growing area and comes back in the tank. Once it comes back in the tank, the fertilizer again mix it up and again goes.
لا الاشياء هون رائعه يعني رح اخذها مثل ما هي قصه وتشوفوا كيف مثل ما هي يعني طعمتها مثل ما هي شوكليت منت بتاخذ العقل. ريحتها روعه روعه روعه. كانوا برا كانوا شو عاملين صار بعد شوي على صفيه. Beautifully done, beautifully done, and it smells amazing. لا انا مش اكل كيل هالقد فريش. راح نكسرهم وتشوفوا مش اكل شيء هالقد فريش. amazingly fresh. واو بالصحراء.
This is from our own bore wells. So it is a highly saline water, maybe of ppm around 9 to 10,000 ppm. We bring it to the RO plant, desalination plant, which comes to around 150 to 200. It is potable, drinkable. This water we use it for the plants.
What's the temperature inside and humidity?
Temperature inside is around 36. Humidity is 65. So this is a typical fan and pad type of evaporative cooling system greenhouse, where we have a pad on the one end and the fan on the other end, whereby the cooling is based on the principle of evaporative cooling system. This also hydroponically grown. They are not in the soil, and this is a basil crop, sweet Italian basil. Temperature control is done by two methods basically. One is to control the temperature and one is to control the light intensity. So temperature control is done by a cooling pad system, which is a pad which is made of cardboard and cellulose material. Water trickles through this pad, goes to the tank and again recirculates, and whatever air is there from outside, hot air, passes through this cooling system. The fan on the other end sucks it up. So you have a cool breeze flowing. That's one method. Number two is you have a shade net on the top. So when you have a shade net on the top, which is called a solar thermal screen, so that will help in reducing the light intensity inside. So that will give you also a better climate control. So these two are the methods which we control. To control humidity, we have the fans. If we feel that we have the higher humidity, we increase the number of fans so that the humidity is sucked out. Tandem cooling greenhouse. It is a concept patented by us only. It is not available anywhere. In a normal greenhouse, what you have seen there, you have a pad there and you have a fan here, opposite. But here you don't have the fans on the other end. Fans are placed on the top. We have a double shell on the top, double layer. So whatever cool air is passing through this place here, it goes through the vent there. There is a vent. It goes up and passes again on the top and goes out.
It is cooler.
So this is cooling here and it's cooling from the top also. because always hot air is light and it goes up, so that hot air is also being cooled by this. So it is like a tandem.
برود، فعلا برود. هون عم نشوف مثل ما شايفين كيل على طابقين، سقف واطي، سقف الفوقاني بيقطع فيه الهواء من فوق، اسقع، رطوبة اكيد عالية مشان هيك شايفينها عم بعرق، بس اسقع بكتير، اريح بكتير، وكل سنتي مربع مستفيدين منه، كل سنتي مربع مستفيدين منه، بيقطع الهواء من هون بيلف لتاني ميل، and then كأنكم بجنينة بالجبل. Beautiful.
Here, what we did here is like to make maximum utilization of space. We have also used the lower layers. So here we have grown the kale again, and we have put LED lights here in the below, because light will be an issue when you are growing it on underneath the table. So we have the LED lights, which is giving us the kale beneath. So maximum utilization of space. Even in the middle we have some pots. On the sides we have some pots hanging. And the plants are growing throughout. They have no period of rest. Like in the nights, what happens is, you know, we give them light, sunlight, depending upon the requirement of the plant. We give them 12 hours of, it's called daylight. So once we give them 12 hours of daylight and the rest, it sleeps. But it continues its production process of uptake of nutrients and everything.
طعمة الطفولة، الحمايضة الحامضة كتير. هي بتقرص، كنا نحن وصغار نقرقشها. واو، وهيدي بشي ساندويش؟ Amazing.
Welcome Anton to visiting one of the most modern technology-based farm. I'm Masood Hashim, CEO of Senasco Group. We are a diversified investment group, and this is one of our project where we invested, because after the COVID, the main thing is for the food safety. So we want to make Emirat is one of the food safety country.
This is
Long kale.
long kale.
Kale.
حس حالي مع زي اليوم. كيف طيبين؟ فريش، منو مشوشين and ready to eat. انا نسيت اقول لهم ما لازم يتركني كتير وحده هون لانه بخلصهم يعني. هي القصة شو رح تصير؟ تعملوا سلاد كاملة متكاملة. هيدي قلنا حامضة كتير كتير، وهيدي كيل بلا طعمة، بنحطهم حد بعضهم، بنلفهم ساندويش. It's a complete salad. كيل، ليموني كيل بنسميها. Delicious. Delicious.
Humidity is we have to control it only by using the fans to, you know, extract that moisture in the water and in the air inside the greenhouse, which is to be extracted. We can bring down the relative humidity, but actual humidity remains there inside the greenhouse. So when you're putting the fans on, it is sucked out. So the fans have to work more. We have
مثل ما شايفين مي، صرت مي، الرطوبة سوبر عالية جوا. هسه حالي بالرين فورست، يعني بعد شوي رح يطلع بيكوك and all the animals.
all the spaces which are empty beside the greenhouse, we are cultivating aloe vera. Aloe vera is used basically here for food purposes, not for any cosmetic or pharmaceutical industry, because we are not doing producing in a big quantity. We are giving it to the restaurants, the gel, to make the smoothies, or maybe we could use it for household application on the head and hair and all that, body care. It is a completely fresh gel which we pack and sell.
Why is it your favorite place?
Because we are growing the best food fig.
لا، جنين شرقية. تين بتراب رمل صحراء. لا لازم ندوق. لقيت وحدة كبيرة. ويت. طلع مع الملك تبعها. وايت فيج. فيري سويت من جوا، عظيمة. قشرتها شوي قاسية بس روعة. I'm not sharing. No. This is a very good one. هاي مستوية منيح. You're proud of your figs, huh?
Yes, I love
Very
it.
proud of your figs.
It's very difficult to grow here in this climate. Yeah.
See the humidity here, see the climatic condition, but still the plants are healthy because we are giving it the best nutrition, organically grown, and we are giving it the best care.
هل تغيرت معطيات العالم؟ نحن بنقول بلبنان لازم تكون التينة على علو معين بضيعة معينة. هل تغيرت معطيات العالم وصار بالصحراء واحد في يزرع كل شيء؟ واو impressed.
There are two Egyptian varieties of fig we are growing inside here in the greenhouse. One is called Barshumi, which is red in color. Other is the Jasim, which is white in color.
بعدنا منبهر ومش عم صدق اللي عم شوفه. في كمية خضار وفواكه. نحن وصلنا هلا على الملن. يلو ملن. huge. So inside you have a beehive?
Yeah, it is a beehive. They are bees. It helps in pollination of the flowers. So once pollination is done, because it's not a cross-pollinated crop, you have to help it in pollination.
And they give honey?
The bees make honey, of course, yes, but we are not interested in the honey. We are interested in the bees to work and go from flower to flower. So when they go to the male flower and then they go to the other flower, which may be a female flower, then the pollination happens.
نحل بيعمل عسل بالصحراء. واو.
We do have strawberries here. We are doing our best to cultivate strawberries in the hot summer, which is around 50 outside. So we have got a fan and a pad type of cooling system along with the thermal shade screen on the top. So this helps in reducing the light intensity, plus it also helps in reducing the temperature. Next month when you visit, we will offer you a strawberry platter.
Next month we'll give you strawberry in summer.
طبعا احنا سناسكو انفستمنت تقريبا عندنا 200,000 سكوير متر مزارع. استثمرنا في الزراعة في الإمارات، وبعد دراسات وجبنا خبراء على الإمارات اكتشفنا إنه نقدر نزرع في الإمارات بالصحراء أي منتج بدنا إياه نزرعه بأي مكان بالظروف المعينة المطلوبة. وطبعا عندنا كثير مستثمرين انترستد واشتغلوا معنا، عم نشتغل بالسعودية، عم نشتغل في أفريقيا. فوي ار اكسباندينج، وكمان في اذر انفستمنت يعملوا يزرعوا في بلادهم، في قطر، في البحرين، في دول ثانيه يستفيدوا من الخبرات معنا. نحن طبعا متعاونين مع اي حدا حاب نشتغل مع بعض في اي دول ثانيه، نبني لهم مزارع او نتشارك الخبرات.
We have tried a prototype for 1.5 years, passed it through the summers and the winters, and then decided on growing it big. So we have copied and pasted it here with modifications. The modification here is that we are having a top and a down bottom. We have a bottom layer which is growing baby arugula. We have a top layer which is growing baby kale. The top layer and the down layer are growing individually because we have a space in between. We don't have LED lights. We have that space. This is the idea of our CEO, who has told us that instead of putting lights and spending all the energy and money, put a space so that you have the light coming in and the light travels and you have a crop growing beneath. So both the crops are growing perfectly well. Temperature is beautiful.
The sunlight, LED light is put at one, but sunlight is grow like this. So instead of there, so that we say make a space, so sunlight will be spread out everywhere.
This is lettuce, whereby we don't have soil beneath. We have directly nutrient-rich water beneath. So the roots grow in this nutrient-rich water, okay, and then we grow it in hydroponics. This is actual hydroponics. This is also the similar technology, whereby on the top there is space enough, so we have doing hydroponics and coco peat perlite media on the top, growing baby kale. So we will be trellising them on the top here, and then we try to create a small, like a grapevine, so that it spreads all over here and it gives you a good feeling. You have cherry tomatoes hanging there.
A different level, complete different level. وصلنا على محل الخيار، بس عبالي اقطف واكل. خيارة خيارة مع قرشة، جلدتها شوي قاسى بس خيارة مع قرشة، ومن جوا سوبر ووتري، اخضر 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 عن جد. واو. تمشوا بتقطفوا وكل خيارة زغطورة ومهضومة، وخرج الكيس قرشتها هالشكل، من جوا مي. I cannot stop. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
Snacking cucumbers in the heat at 50 outside, peak hours, 45 on average, humidity more than 100% outside. So you have got the lovely things growing. Alhamdulillah, they're okay. They should be doing okay from the next September onwards. They'll be doing absolutely brilliant.
احنا هلا حنروح نشوف الفيرتيكال فارم. هذا كله الهانجر فيرتيكال فارم، زراعة عن طريق ال LED وانترنال، بتنزرع داخل الهانجر. هذه بتكون اورجانيك برودكت، بتنزرع بشكل طولي وبالعرض بحيث ما بتاخذ مساحة كبيرة، والكواليتي بتكون فيري هاي اند كواليتي. هلا حنورجيكم كيف البرودكت بس نطلع.
مثل زراعة المشروم، فتنا على أوضة مجلدة براد من تحت لفوق، كأنه عندكم ميات ألوف الأمتار، كلها عم تنزرع، كلها عم تتضوى، تفتحوا الباب وكأنه شمست برا. replication of شو عم بيصير برا الطبيعة and it is amazing.
This is the Indo-Vertical Farm. We have got 9 layers. Okay. Each square meter has 48 planting spaces, grow spaces. Each grow space has 2 plants. So 1 square meter has 96 plants. So 96 multiplied by 9 layers as of now. So it is LED assisted, light assisted, Indo-Vertical Farm with nutrient rich water being circulated, closed circuit, same system. We are doing baby kale as of now. Baby kale will give you around 1 kilo production 1 week time from 1 square meter. So we have got 9. So 9 kilos per square meter. Multiplied by how many square meters we are having. So each room is around 250 square meters. So we have got, 500 square meters. 500 into 5 rooms, 2,500 square meters of Indo-Vertical farms. So this one has already been commissioned. We have a HVAC system, we have a humidifier, dehumidifier, dosing unit, everything in the back side of the system. Whereby we also have the controls on the LEDs. We could increase or decrease the LED levels. We could make a day for one tower, a night for the other tower.
فكرة كتير حلوة لانفستمنت. كل متر مربع بيعمل تقريبا 40 كيلو 50 كيلو بالسنة. الكيلو بينباع ب 70 80 درهم. كل متر مربع مضروب ب10. تخيلوا عندكم 200 متر مربع. ومش بس هيك، ان كان شتت ما بيأثر وعصفت ما بيأثر وطلع الهواء ما بيأثر، عم تزرعوا 24 على 24 365 نهار بالسنة.
Here is the Sharjah cooperative where we make Indo-Vertical farm. So you can select your choice of the leaf and buy it. And reason to make here is that to give awareness for the people to understand how the Indo-Vertical farm work.
We are seeing a live lettuce stall in the middle of a shopping mall. Okay, we supply to the clients directly whatever they need. If they need this particular lettuce, they will say they need this. We uproot it, cut it, harvest it, pack it and give it to them fresh, alive. Also, we also do the live plants here. We keep transplanting it from our nurseries. We keep replenishing them. And the system is all inside. The fertigation system, the lighting system is all well controlled, automated. And also we do sell our other produce, whatever we have from the farm. Because of the temperature which is controlled already in the mall, it is maintained at a very good temperature. We have our LEDs here. We have the fertigation system which contains a nutrient solution, and the temperature of the mall helps in maintaining the temperature of the water also. So we have a closed circuit, so it keeps going. So this is the best solution for any mall for serving the clients directly from the farm. It's like a farm in the mall.
فتح الباب وطلعت الريحة، ريحة الحبق كتير حلو، حتى بيتخيل حبق ريحته الروعة، لونه مظبوط، مزروع بالصحراء under clean conditions ready to eat بالصحراء. يب Beyond organics, tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, figs, anything you might imagine in the desert, and it feels like you are in a village up the mountains.
Welcome back again. This is the cucumber farm. These greenhouses, we have all the cucumbers. These are long cucumbers, and they will be starting to produce in the next 15 to 20 days. We have them staggered. You can see the baby cucumbers already growing here. So we will be starting to harvest in the next 1 week to 10 days. The flowering is there. So the main process of growing the crop in a greenhouse, climate controlled greenhouse, is we have a pad on the other side and a fan on this side. So it is a fan and pad type of cooling system, whereby we have a plastic on the top, and we also cover the plastic during the summers with a shade net to reduce the light intensity. But as of now, because we need light, we remove the shade on the top. Now we are trying to only cool the greenhouse and maintain the temperature and humidity. So the fan and pad type of evaporative cooling system. So you have a level of moisture which is required in the greenhouse.
هات نشوف قرشة الخيارة كيف نقطشها هيك، بعدها صغيرة بعدها مهضومة ودغري دغري دغري. Enjoy. Hear it. Smell it. Amazing. Perfume. Crunch it. Smell it. Taste it. Excellent.
Made of cellulose and paper. What happens is water trickle downs through this. It goes into the gutter below and octane comes back. So this is a closed loop. So when this pad is wet, the fan which is on the other end sucks this cool air and takes it all into the greenhouse.
Very cold, very cool. Feels like air conditioning. Very refreshing. Wow, no way, wait. These are the same ones I've seen 3-4 months back that were half the size?
Yes, they were the same. That you saw maybe in month of May or June. It was in the summer, peak summer.
Oh my god.
And now they have grown so tall.
And they're loaded.
They are producing every day. They are producing lots
Let's
of...
talk about how can you have figs in the desert. In the desert.
See, you could do anything in the deserts. You can do wonders in the deserts once you implement technology along with the modern methods of growing. Technology itself will not help you. There should be a grower to help the technology move forward. So when you have all these things in place, then you could do wonders in the desert. Only thing is you have to control temperature, you have to take care of the soil, you have to take care of the humidity, and of course agronomy has to take care of the fertilizers and pest control, disease control, and have to have an agronomic eye to identify the issues before it comes. Then you are safe.
You have two colors here, the red one and the yellow one?
Yeah, we have got red. This side is the red and this is the yellow.
And you harvest once a year?
Every day, throughout the year.
12
months. 12 months of the year we are harvesting. And this is the beauty of growing them in the greenhouse. What we do is once the plant grows to tall height, when it goes up, we cut the tip and make another sucker coming up. It's called a side shoot. It's called a sucker. The sucker will come up, so we maintain that sucker, and that produces again.
I've seen
flowers.
something big we can taste over there, and one that is open. Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Still young.
Sweet.
Yes.
Juicy.
Juicy, sweet, and the
Milky.
fragrance. Milky, yeah. It has got latex.
I love it.
This is the secret behind the growing figs. You don't have flowers. It is an inverted flower. So it is basically a false flower whereby the flower is inside. So when you open the fruit, you get lots of small dots type of things. These are all the flower stamens and pistil what a flower contains. So this inside is the flower. So you are eating basically the flower, which is basically the fruit, false fruit. See, this is the fruit. This is the opening of the flower. Okay. So these flowers are inverted. They don't open up, they open inside. So it's called inverted flower.
شيء ما بيتصدق، في موسم واحد بالسنة هون في 12 شهر، وحدة حد تانية قاسيين بلشوا يطلعوا شوي بشجرة صغيرة منا محطبة قديمة فريش نيو it beats nature. I don't know, it's breathtaking. صغار loaded جداد كانوا هالقد صاروا هالقد بأقل من 3 أشهر.
We do have seasons for various crops, also the market demand, because it is the summer time that people looking for more watery vegetables like cucumbers and melons. So melons we do it in the month of March, April we do the sowing, and then we start harvesting by June, July, August, September. It goes till the 5 to 6 months. Then we stop it and we start doing the vegetables like tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers. So that's where we try to keep changing the crop as per the season, as per the market demand. But we could grow them throughout the year in the greenhouses. But because the market demand is so high during that season, we produce more to get a premium price. Here we are doing cultivation of beef tomatoes, and it is in soil, directly in the soil. The other cherry tomato what you saw was in hydroponics, which was using inert media like a coco peat grow media, and this is also being done in the soil directly, but we are giving it exact nutrition which is required for its growth and for its fruit development and high yielding production. Next we go to the Indo-Vertical Farm. Is the most advanced technology of growing crops in warehouses in 10 layers with LED assisted light. We need to get ourselves sanitized before we enter. So come, let us enter into this chamber, which is called an air shower. So once we close this,
air shower, and then we move. Hello. ومنفوت على الأوضة يلي هي فيها vertical farms. أوضة مسكرة big hangar وبتفقع الشمس بوشكن. It's sunlight. We're probably at noon in the middle of an amazing summer day. Light is coming all over, all across, and the vegetables are producing 24/7, 365 days a year.
when you pass through the air shower, the main purpose is whatever pollen or whatever insect pest you are carrying on your body, on your clothes, that will be removed. So this is a highly sanitized zone. So all workforce, whichever comes here, have a separate changing rooms. They have to change themselves, sanitize themselves, wear their uniform and come in. And this is where we are doing the indoor vertical farm, which is having around 10 layers with LEDs and of course the water channels. So this system of growing is called NFT, nutrient film technology, using nutrient rich water to feed the root zone. So I would like to show you the root zone. So this water is fed to the root zone. It is a closed circuit. Water travels back, goes into the drainage and comes back after it is treated with filtration, pH, EC stabilization, nutrient stabilization, again comes back. So it is like 95% saving water. Same water is being reused again and again. And then we do have the whole system here for the controls of the LEDs. This all temperature, light, humidity, carbon dioxide, humidity, relative humidity and the humidifiers, whatever we are using here, could be put up onto your dashboard. You can just sit in your office and control the whole thing, including the fertilizers and pests and diseases, whatever could be done. You have sensors to sense each and every item. That will give you the best and the best top quality production, because it is minimal human intervention, maximum technology usage. Plus, only during harvesting we use the human to harvest. Till now we have not used any machines for harvesting. So you have the touch while harvesting.
كوسة صفرة وكوسة سوداء شكلها مثل الخيارة. اجمالا بدي اياه باكل كوسة نية، بتكون كوسة خضرة. هل الكوسة السوداء بتاكل نية؟ يس. هل هاي بتاكل نية؟ لا. وعلى الطريق قلنا بنجرب. الكوسة الصفرة which ends up to be good as well. كوسة خضرة، كوسة سوداء، كوسة صفرة، ثلاثتهم بشوط واحد مع كوكتيل صوص على جنب. And we have a party. محمد من باكستان كمان مشي معي وبرمنا سوا والضحكه معه بتروح على وجهي. ثانك يو فور يور سمايل، اتس اميزنج. فبدي اخبركم كمان اخر شغله عن الالوي فيرا. الالوي فيرا وين ما كان، كل زاويه، كل متر مربع، كل محل في رمل مش مزروع في شيء، في الوي فيرا وبيروحوا كلهم سوا للسكين كير. فتخيلوا اذا عندكم 1000 2000 3 او 10000 او مثل هون تقريبا 40000 متر مربع ارض، فيكم تزرعوا كل شبر مربع، كل شبر مربع مزروع.
Anthony, let me introduce to our great team who are making everything happen good for us.
من بعد ما خلصنا اول فارم وصلنا على تاني وحده. هون اكبر، مبينه تقريبا يمكن مرتين المساحه. في حتى هنجرات عم تتعمر هلا از وي سبيك. شجر كتير كبار، منطقه مبينه قديمه وكتير في اشياء مزروعه حتى برا مش تحت الخيام. رح نبلش اول وقفه نطلع على مثل تري هاوس على العالي، نشوف السانست وراي ومنا منبلش نبرمج.
After showing you our first farm, now I'm going to introduce you our team of second farm. We have around 35 staff here. They are working our farm and to making everything happen for us. Thank you.
See, this is an open field. This is completely organic. The whole of this farm is having organic certification from OMARA and Ministry of Economic Affairs and Agriculture, Government of UAE. So these crops, what we do here is during this season, we do all the cold crops. They're called cold crops, means it is for the winter season. Like we have got jalapenos, we have got chilies, we have got eggplant, various types of eggplants. We do it outdoors. Once the season finishes, maybe in the month of March, April, then we shift to okra, which is a summer crop. So during okra, it goes up to July, August. Then again we make 1 month for preparation of soil. September again we start replanting. This is jalapeno chilies. They are very young plants, just transplanted around 45 days back. So they will be growing up to around 2 feet height, and we will be producing jalapenos here. During the winter months, we start open field cultivation from October onwards. It goes until March or April, depending upon the light intensity and the sun when does it come in, summer when does it set in. And what we do is during this winter crop, we could grow any crop open field in the open field, except for trellising crops which need full support. Except for that, we use all the crops, all broccolis, brinjals, eggplant, cauliflower, cabbage, anything we could do outside, even strawberries we could do it outside. After March, April, we shift to the rest crop. There we have seen the jalapenos. Now these are the hot chilies. So this will be starting to produce in another 45 days, and they are really hot Indian chilies. This is the eggplant. It is the Egyptian big eggplant, purple in color. So this will be in production from January first week onwards. We do have different growing structures. One is the open field, one is the greenhouses which you saw on the other field with fan and pad type of cooling system. This is a net house here. This net house is used to protect the crop from extreme weather conditions of sun and sandstorms. So these the crops which can be grown here are any type of crop during this season, and during the summers again we have a particular type of crop to grow. Here we could grow okra, we could do all the sorts of melons here, watermelons, muskmelon, yellow melon and stone melon.
What are we planting here?
This is a beef tomato crop. This is organic. This is growing in the soil under the net house. So this is a complete 14,000 plants of beef tomato. Each beef tomato plant will produce us at least 15 kilos of beef tomato. So 15 kilos into 14,000 plants, I need a calculator now. So that goes into tons.
14,000 40,000 50 kilos each, 15 kilos each. That's a load of tomatoes. The Sahara. Yep, in the desert.
From the date of sowing to the date of transplanting is 1 month. After 1 month, the plant grows to around 2 months in the net house. During these 2 months, it is all vegetative phase. After the second month, it will start flowering and fruiting. Now it is still just only flowering. Fruit set has not happened. What we do here is, this is called trellising. We have to keep the plant upright. This is called trellising. A nylon rope is tied up, and then after the plant grows up, this is a hook. What we do is, we just remove the hook, loosen the plant so that the plant goes down like this, which is called lowering, because it grows to at least 15 to 20 feet long. So this is called lowering. So the plant starts there, ends in that place. So it goes like this, it keeps on moving. So this is how trellising is done in tomato. We will go to the greenhouses where you will find cherry tomatoes and beef tomatoes on the plant, ready to eat.
Did he say ready to eat? Food? Let's eat. That's a complete jungle you have here.
Yes, it's a jungle of cherry tomatoes. Welcome to the greenhouse of cherry tomatoes. They have been trellised, they have been trained. See, that's what I told you. The plant is here, the starting is here, but the ending is there. So this is called trellising and lowering, which is a type of agronomic activity that is done for all wine crops. Distinctive character, what is grown in Veggitech is, they are ripening on the vine. They don't ripen after harvesting in your cold storages or in your logistics, but they ripen on the vine. So you have that particular brix. The brix is the sweetness of the cherry tomato. It is around 9 to 10.
Sweet, watery, very watery, enjoyably sweet, and a very light, subtle acidity that tickles the tongue. Bam, this is something.
What happens is, when you're doing it, you're using technology inside greenhouses, climate control, the productivity is high because the plant population per square meter is high. It is being supplied with the proper recipe of nutrients. So it is given exactly the feed what it requires, not any extra feed. So there is no heavy metal or pesticide residues, no heavy metal residues in the crop. In the open field, what happens is, it is inside nature. So you have lots of pests and diseases which are there in the form of spores in the atmosphere. Plus you also do have the plant population less, so the productivity goes down. One beef tomato plant will have to produce 15 kilos under normal conditions. All the vine crops like tomatoes, bell peppers, cucumbers are labor intensive because you need to keep trellising the plant, training the plant to get productivity. But at the end you get huge production which nullifies those labor costs. At Veggitech, what we do is we build, operate and manage farms. So we could also build the farm for our clients, operate it and manage it, or build and hand over. If you are doing the three, there is something called hand holding. We hold hand for at least a year depending upon our understanding. Then what we do is, like, we give them consultancy. We give them consultancy for all agricultural activities, including post-harvest and sales.